everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I thought I'd show you the polishing of the hood now that it's had a week to set since the last video and been painted. It's been sitting here, actually it's been outside for at least a week, 10 days, just kind of getting nice and dry and cured, and even the sun beating on it, it's got nice and hot. I've rinsed it down, you probably see some watermarks just from water rinsing, and I'm going to bring you in because, as I said in the last video, you're going to get some dust nibs in it. You just are, you know, it's just the nature of the beast. Do everything you can to avoid them, but I'm going to show you a few little dust nibs here and how we're going to treat those, and then give this whole hood a good old polish and a cut and polish and a wax and get it back on a car. So let me get you in close and I'll pick one out here and I'll show you what we're going to do. See this, it's very difficult to film. I'm trying to get glancing light. So there's a dust particle right here, and sorry if you can't see it because I'm having trouble because of the light color, I guess. But anyway, as you can see, we've got a nice gloss here, but we do have like a little dust nib. So basically what I'm getting is this hard block. This is kind of a rubberized hard block that does flex, but it's got pretty firmness to it. So we're just going to cut these dust nibs down with 1500 grit. I'm going to go dry, and I'm going to spot out any of my little dust nibs that I've accumulated with 1500. This is special paper that's good for the DA as well, and just tells me where those little dust nibs are. Take those down. We've got plenty of paint on here, so we've got plenty of room to cut these little irritating little nibs out. That's gone, pretty much. There's one there. And I'm just going to check over the whole hood, then we'll go to 1500 grit wet all over it, just to blend these out. 2000 and then 3000 with the DA. So you can see we've got a nice gloss there, whether you can see any dust nibs at all, but we've got a nice gloss even straight from the gun. So this is going to come up gorgeous, and you can see these little areas that I've cut, see here and here, show up nice and easy now. So alright, let me get that done. So what I've got now, this is my DA sander with 1500 special, this special kind of paper on it. It's kind of like a cloth. It's velcroed onto what's this called is an interface pad, so it can roll with the contours and not risk cutting through. 1500. I am going to use water with this, and I'll try and set up the camera, so I'll just work this area here and just blend these little cuts, you know, cutbacks here into the rest. Not going to go crazy, just knock it back, because we've got really beautifully flat paint anyway. So let me get on with that. Just cut all that back, 1500 now. That's looking great. Just do it in small sections. I'm going to work my way across the hood, and then I'll get back to you. So here's another little trick as far as watching your edges. Be very careful doing your edges, because if the sander or if you're blocking, you roll around, you could cut through the edge. So what I do in furniture as well, if I'm doing a dining table or something, got my block here and I'm using my thumb as a guide with the block. So I've got the block here, you see, and I'm using my thumb to run along the edge here to essentially give me a guide, so you don't want to roll over, you see. So this sets it as a kind of a guide, and then you can cut right up to the corner edge pretty safely. So you're using that as a guide, and you only have to go gentle because like I say, this is such a nice flat finish anyway, and that helps with that. So, and again, I'm wrapping this little soft block with this paper that I used off the DA. So I'm going to get all these contours done and I'll get back to you. Alright, so we've cut that down 1500 this side of the hood, and this little block is also good to act like a little squeegee as well, this little guy. So we can just squeegee the surface and do this regularly so you can check your work, and you're only getting it to where you want that sort of flat kind of dull look, and it will tell you whether there's any dust nibs or anything, because they will show up in a little tiny shiny area where there's a low spot essentially. So that's pretty much it there. I'm pretty happy with that. That's all 1500 now up to my edges, and I'm going to work over to the other side. I say I'm not fighting orange peel because we pretty much eliminated that by using our previous blocking and slow retarder and the high transfer efficiency gun rather than HVLP. So right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to work over, and then this goes to 2000 after this stage, 2000, then 3000, medium polish cut, and then the final polishing. I've repositioned the camera, and I'll admit it's a few weeks later since I last was on this. It's had 2000 grit all the way over. I'm going to finish off with 3000 with an interface pad, and also the 3000 grit one has almost like a built-in interface pad, so there's no sharp edges. It rolls really nice. And so let's just shoot over this with 3000 grit before we go to the medium compound. And we'll just squeegee it off, and hopefully you can see with that angle we're going to have a nice flat surface there with a little sheen to it actually. I mean, I could go up to 5000 and bring a sheen up, but I'm going to switch to medium compound in a minute after I've 3000 this, and then before I put it to the final polish, I'm going to bolt it on the car. I'm going to do the final polish on the car so I can kind of feather it into the fenders and everything, and also before that I've got to fit the sound deadening, the thick sound deadening underneath the hood. So you probably see, where are we here, this reflection here I haven't hit yet, there's just water there, so give me an indicator what it's going to look like when it's polished. So let me get all this 3000s, and then I'll switch to the medium, and then I'll probably end this video, and then we'll pick it up once Urban has helped me bolt this guy on, because it's not really a job I want to do on my own. Just so you can see the interface pad here, this is the interface pad, this is the hardback interface pad, and then the 3000 grit with its own interface pad. So you can see it's got plenty of flex to ride the nice smooth contours of the hood, so there's very little danger of you doing any damage. You still have to be very careful, but you can see how this works. Right, now I'm going to use this one. You can see that 3M. It's kind of a medium polish compound. I'll just do this little area here, and then I'll work my way across. I'm using this random orbital with a medium foam pad on it, and as I say, the 3M compound. I'm not flooding it, just going to spread it around and work in a small area. Start off fairly slow, just going to land on it. Now obviously some people can use a wall pad. I don't actually have one in a rotary buffer. It's a little bit more aggressive, so I'm just opting to use this guy. I'll bring you in close in a sec. It'll give you that kind of medium glow to it, and then we'll bring work it a little bit more in this area. Just takes some work, some patience to get the desired look, and there you go. So that's just a medium polish, and then we'll go up the grade once, like I say, once it's on the car. So you get really low. You can see the paint's kind of nice and flat, no orange peel or anything. More like it looks like water's poured over the finish. So yeah, it's looking good. So I'm gonna carry on with that, and then we'll finish this video up. Remember our damaged area here that we repaired a while ago now, wasn't it? So that's come out really good, nice and flat. And you can see how those linear blocks create a beautiful flat paint job. I mean, depends how far you want to go, obviously, but the guy that sells these blocks, I saw him doing an Aston Martin, and he used linear blocks all the way up to the final coat, I believe it was. Then he switched to a softer block, the Durablocks, and that was to simulate more of the OEM finish, and it was just to simulate it for a paint job in England for a concours event. But you can see that the linear blocks, because they're not flexible whatsoever, it's like using glass on the paint, so it cuts all the highs and doesn't lie to you. I'm very impressed with them, very impressed with those blocks. So I'm very happy with that. So I'm going to carry on, and I did tell a fib here because I did end up finding a wool stick it for the first medium polish. So this actually works a little bit more efficiently, and then I switched to the softer foam ones. So I didn't realize I had that, but I gave it a go and it actually works better. So anyway, and the front area here where the grille goes, I have a proper little rubber gasket that I got from the Classic Center, and it flexes around these corners. So so I think that is about it for this video. It's getting a bit long and I wanted to round it up. So there you go, very happy. So thanks a lot for watching this video of polishing the hood. This video was actually filmed over a long period of time. When I rejoined you at the 3000 grit stage, that was after, in between the 2000 and 3000, we made the rotisserie for the car. So these videos aren't always in line with timeline and everything, but it doesn't really matter to you. But so as I say, going to finish this off, get it all polished with the medium cut, get it bolted on, well actually get the sound deadening on, get it bolted on, and then I'll do the final polish on the car, so I can just do a little bit of feather polishing and stuff. And in the next video, what I'm thinking of doing is this. What I want to do is discuss spray guns. These are broken down at the moment because they're being cleaned, but these are two of the guns that I use on a regular basis. Also there's another one or two guns over there, and I want to go over with you my opinion on spray guns. Now many professional painters have all different favorite guns that they favor, you know, just because they're working with them all day every day. And I work in the finishing furniture finishing game, and it's much the same there. So I've just happened to land on DeVille Biss guns. There's a lot of other guns, Ironwater, Seda and all those stuffs, but we'll go over that in the next video. And I want to talk to you about my opinion on spray guns and what I think makes a good all-round spray gun, and not to overthink it really. So basically don't go spending too much money. Okay, I had to change the battery there. So yeah, as I say, please hit like, share, subscribe. It'd be nice to get some more subscribers. Not that it makes really much difference to me, but I hope you're enjoying the videos, and if there's anything you'd like to see more of or less of, just let me know, okay? So see you in the next one. Take care and have a good night. Bye-bye.